Mostly Hunting Podcast with Kyle and Nevin is brought to you by Fitzgerald Hossbuck brand scents, Deer Dander, VK, Vanilla Killa from the VHS days, Doe and Need, Rut and Rampage, Hossbuck, and more. Available at all major online and pro shop marketplaces nationwide. You can also get it at Snow's Indoor Outfitters and they can ship it to you. Handcrafted and bottled for the utmost quality and freshness by hunters for hunters since 1974.
This is Ryan Marsteller, and you're listening to the Mostly Hunting Podcast with my buddies Kyle and Nevin.
This is another episode of Mostly Hunting with my daddy and his buddy Nevin, presented by Snow's Indoor Outfitters.
Hey, this is Eric Aiken. Here comes another episode of the Mostly Hunting Podcast with Kyle and Nevin.
Before we dive in, we want to take a moment to share the story of Jason Sanders from Minnesota, a lifelong hunter, conservationist, and outdoorsman. His daughter reached out to me on Facebook after he suffered a catastrophic accident on May 18th that left him paralyzed from the neck down. Despite it all, he's staying mentally tough and fighting hard. His family started a GoFundMe to help with rehab, equipment, and home modifications. You can find the link in the episode description. Let's rally around one of our own and show some support.
Well, I'll never get tired of hearing that intro.
Me neither. Isn't that something?
Guy Fitzgerald, man.
Yep. It's just incredible. Every time I hear it, I get goosebumps.
Me
it's crazy.
too. It's insane.
Yeah.
I never thought we'd be there at this point.
No.
You know?
Especially this quick.
Yeah, I know. It took right off. I think, what is this, our 6th episode?
This will be episode 6, yeah.
We finally got our second email, too.
We got a second email.
From our good buddy Nate Zimmerman.
Nate Zimmerman. Yep. He let me just read it. He's a funny guy.
He is, yeah.
If you guys don't know him,
I like the passive aggressiveness in this email. It's pretty funny.
So it says, "Howdy, gents. I decided I better email you guys so you don't feel bad. Thanks. Eagles were near extinct from DDT and lead poisoning in lower 48. Nice little tidbit of information for us.
Fun fact.
Then he goes into, Nevin sees like an eagle. I think Kyle does too, but my memory isn't 100% because only one host has had their eyes checked lately. Keep up the good work, fellas. Z."
Oh, Nate's a good guy.
Yep.
And he runs a good practice. If you guys need your eyes checked, head on down to French Creek Eye Care down on North Street in Meadville.
Yep, Meadville, Pennsylvania.
And go see Dr. Nate. He's got all the latest technology in there.
He's got some fancy stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he does a fantastic job. He's
best in the biz.
Yep. And he's very nice and funny. So
bring up turkey hunting.
Oh, he loves turkey hunting. We're going to have to bring him on at some point and we'll talk turkeys.
100%. Yeah, he's a big turkey hunter.
Big turkey hunter. He loves it.
Yep.
As do we.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. Fellow big turkey hunters here.
But in light of it being summertime, we kind of wanted to dip into as to what we do for kind of scouting during the summer, which it's pretty much a lack thereof of summer scouting. Many reasons. Well, only one big reason for me for that is I find that if I run cameras all summer, I get all these deer. You know, I get some pretty nice bucks in the summertime in velvet, but come towards the end of summer, they're starting to get the velvet off. They just kind of disappear on me, and I never see them again.
Yeah.
It seems
then
like
you just get frustrated, like where? Yeah.
Yeah, where'd they go? You know, what are they doing? There was one buck. He was a beautiful 10-point. I had him all summer long. I was real excited. Hopefully, get an opportunity at him. Never saw him after he shed his velvet. He disappeared. Didn't ever hear anybody shooting him or anything. And then rifle season come around, and it turned out a good friend of ours that I still work with and Kyle worked with, Trevor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got him in rifle season. I was like, no kidding. And it's not like it was a terrible distance away. It was a few miles as the crow flies, but I mean he had to cross like 3 pretty good roads to get over there.
Yeah.
And
some cricks in there maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple cricks, and so he just disappeared on me, and then he was a few miles away. You know, so I don't really get too hot into the summer thing.
Yeah. 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, I guess there was a huge buck by the REA. He was there all summer, and he had these real unique tines. He's actually hanging in the range down here.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes. So he was in that bean field right by the REA all summer. I seen him we took the golf cart down the road. He was there almost every single night. My cousin Greg killed him on the game lands. Again, not super far, but quite a ways away.
It's a ways.
Yeah, and like it was 100% the same buck because the one G2 had like a kink in it, and for sure the same buck. And as soon as summer was over, he was gone.
Gone.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems to always happen to me, and I still like putting cameras out. I'll run cameras. I'll probably put them out here towards the end of July, usually around right before my birthday or right after, just to see what's around. But I mean, there's a few times where I do see, bucks that I had in velvet during the season. I think this buck I got last year, I saw him, or I had him on camera in the summertime.
Yeah.
But he did the same thing. He disappeared, and then I hadn't gotten a picture of him since like early July, and then like it said in that story, I didn't get a chance to hunt till middle of October, so and it was like my second day out, and I ended up shooting him, but I hadn't had a picture of him up until that point.
Right.
It's not like I run like a ton of cameras or anything. I think I only have like 4 out there.
Right. I got 3 out right now. I got those 360 cams in here.
Oh yeah.
So I put one up out back at the shop here just to I could show people what they look. That thing's pretty sweet.
It is sweet. I've seen the pictures from it, and that is cool.
Yeah, because like you, I don't run a whole lot of cameras. God, we started saying run a lot.
Yeah, we got to.
Guess we just need to embrace it. So we're both running cams now.
Running cams.
So yeah, I have 2 of those Moultrie Edge that I like because they hook up super simple.
Yes.
The camera, the picture quality, the video quality is unbelievable. So I got 2 of those. They've been out since last year. I believe the batteries have only been dead since January. So I need to go change those. But yeah, I've never been huge on cameras or summer scouting, and I always tell everybody I use my husband points during hunting season.
During hunting season.
Yeah, and not that my wife would ever say no to me going and doing scouting, but it's just I'd rather spend some time with them and save up those dad points and husband points for.
See, I like to do more so in the springtime because when I'm out turkey hunting, I'm actually, for a big chunk of the time, I'm actually looking at deer sign. Yeah. Trails through where they were going in the wintertime, and I'm obviously shed hunting too in the spring, so I'll do quite a bit of scouting then, just because I'm already in the woods. Yeah. But during the summer, and it's so hot, and the flies, it just bugs me.
We got Randy and Rhea in the podcast this week.
Yeah, so they're chasing each other around.
You'll see them running around hearing Randy shit. Oh, you want to come on up, bud?
Big Randy.
There's Randers. Yeah, he's Bob boy.
Cute little fella.
He does okay. So yeah, not real heavy on the summer scouting.
No, I'll do a little bit of driving around, looking in bean fields. Yep. I do quite a bit of spotting. Doo-doo.
Doo-doo. You said doo-doo.
Yeah, the kids like to go, so.
And you just mentioned bean fields. Bean fields around here, a lot of people do like rotational. They do corn one year, beans the other year. And beans are, I'm not a farmer. I don't know a whole lot about it, but the deer love them, and they're there all summer. And then as soon as they turn yellow, it's like they're like, oh, well.
Gone. They don't like it anymore. And I think that's
part of they move along to other food.
Yeah, other food sources, acorns, apples. Apples will be laying on the ground rotting at that point. Yeah. But, they hit other food sources. It just seems like they disappear at a certain point. Mm-hmm. But late season, if you got standing beans, oh, wow. Yeah. My uncle used to farm our fields behind the house, and if you looked out my bedroom window when I was younger, you could see 2 of the fields. Well, he was combining and getting the soybeans off, and the combine broke, and he wasn't able to get the beans off that year. And every night during the late season, I would look out my bedroom window, and there'd be 100 deer out there.
Really?
It was insane. I've never seen so many deer. And that spring, I put hardly any effort at all into shed hunting, and I found 15 of them.
No kidding.
Just in the field edges and stuff like that. It was insane. So, I mean, if you could talk a farmer into leaving some standing beans for you, late season would be pretty hot. And but yeah, I mean, soybeans, as soon as they turn yellow, it's gone. The corn, you can't ever see them in
yeah.
there. So you might catch them crossing the road into the cornfield, but
Yep.
other than that, it's
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what all the farmers plant in the fields around us as
Oh,
they come
yeah.
off. I'm like, all right, good.
Yeah,
That's
good
beans. I'll
beans
be able to
this
see,
year.
which means everybody else can also see them,
yes.
which is all sometimes not a terrific
Yeah,
thing.
depending
but,
on your location, it depends. It's,
Yeah.
it might be a bad thing.
but it is what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the way it goes. Hunting's hunting, and you're gonna have competition no matter what. So,
Yep.
but it's a good thing. It means more people are doing it. And
Yep. So speaking of, you just mentioned late season, early season, late season. Want to get into our clothing a little bit?
Yeah, we can dive into the
Yeah.
clothing. I think that's a pretty good topic.
I think it is too. So we've mentioned in previous episodes, we love
Wool.
wool.
We're big proprietors of the wool stuff.
Yes.
So early season, I do like my First Light stuff.
Yeah, I love
the
First Light stuff,
Their
yeah.
merino stuff is wonderful. I have I forget what the pants are. What are?
Obsidian?
Yes.
Those are their wool ones.
Yes, the thin
Yep.
merino
Cargo
wool.
pockets.
Yes.
Not super durable if
Not-
you're busting through brush.
Yeah.
Still my favorite.
The crotch line
loves
in
ripping
them-
out on those.
Yeah. There's a hole there,
Yeah.
but they're a very comfortable pant. And like if you're in like the 50-degree weather, it's still not bad. And when it's 60, pushing 70 degrees, you're comfortable. And you start getting down in the lower 50s and the 40s. You get a little bit chilly, but it's really not that bad.
See, my pants don't change throughout the season hardly at all because I've, like, even working as a lineman, all you guys are wearing long johns and Under Armour. Like, I don't ever wear long johns, especially on my bottom half.
Oh,
Like, I'll wear those Obsidian pants into rifle season. And
See, I'd
it just-
freeze.
It
My
doesn't
legs
really
would
bother me.
freeze.
My legs getting cold. Now, if I'm sitting for a long time, I'll throw something heavier on. Like, if I'm just going out to sit, not in my enclosed blind with the heater running, then I wear these shorts and that. But no, I'm just kidding.
It's
But
like
no, I
ice
don't.
Fishing.
Yeah, I never get too crazy about layering up my legs too much. I can't stand how tight
Oh yeah.
Under Armour and really any type of long johns are. And the shirts, I don't ever wear.
Like real.
Like
The
maybe
base layer shirts.
2-3 times a year, I'll throw on a 4.0 Under Armour, and dude, it drives me nuts. My skin starts crawling. Oh, I can't stand it.
Yeah, I notice like with the hair on my arms, if it's real compressed for a long period of time, when I take the shirt off, I'll be itchy and
Yep.
and kinda,
Wintertime, I shave my arms.
I know.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
noticed that's what I'm like. You shave your arms.
Yeah, you and Dustin were real thrown by that. So yeah, the early season again. I like the First Light, and those pants. I've actually had good luck with First Light replacing them.
Really?
Yep.
So maybe I oughta.
It's worth trying.
Try and give it a shot.
Yeah, I think they've replaced 2 pairs for me, and the second time they're like, maybe you should think about our Obsidian Foundry pants.
Are they
So
a little more?
They're a little more heavy duty. Yeah, and they're like a blend. I think parts of them are merino,
Okay.
and parts are their synthetic blend, whatever they use.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like hoodies.
I'm a
big-
big hoodie guy.
Yes,
I
and
like
I've-
having a hood.
I layer. I'm a big layer guy.
Yep.
I'll wear 4, 5, 6 layers of not super heavy stuff on my top
Yeah.
half. So yeah, early season I like the wick stuff.
Oh,
from
that's
First
what I
Light.
use. Yep, the wick hoodie
Yep.
is what I
The wick hoodie
typically
is amazing. And then once it gets a little bit colder, I'll throw the Duckworth, the powder hoodie, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't stay super warm, so if it gets a little bit chilly,
Yeah, you like having.
I
warmer
start
stuff
layering
on.
up pretty good. I don't like. I love the cold. I don't like being cold.
Yeah.
I love wintertime way more than summertime, as we've spoke about. But I still like to be warm. I just put another layer
Especially
on.
when it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the. Is that the First Light, the heavier base layer? Why can't I think of it right now?
Furnace?
The furnace.
Yeah.
That is my absolute favorite
Yep.
piece of gear that I have is the furnace base layers. I have the furnace hoodie. I have a furnace front zip, quarter zip.
Quarter zip. I got
Yep.
the Henley.
Oh, the Henley.
The
would
one
be
thing I
nice.
don't
I'm
like about First Light is they build them for people built like Steve Ranella, who are tall and skinny.
Yes.
And I am neither. So all their stuff hangs down real low on me. It's just kind of, I can't stand when something underneath hangs out underneath. hangs out below something I got on top.
Right.
Ugh, drives me nuts. But that
sometimes I'll just wear that.
Yeah.
On, like I'll put my wick hoodie on and then I'll throw the furnace on top of that if it's, a little bit chillier out, but I'll just keep the obsidian pants on.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of time I'll throw my furnace bottoms on and throw the obsidian pants on top. That's why I like mid-season, I guess. And then I have that Lotta sweater.
Oh, I love the Lotta sweater.
The Fjall Raven.
Fjall Raven Lotta sweater, yep.
Yes, that is a wonderful piece of gear.
Mm-hmm.
It's all wool. It's like a quarter button Henley type shirt. It's got a real big collar on it that you can pull up. And it'll basically go up over your ears if you wanted it to.
And you could wear it out to Sunday brunch if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, it's a very nice looking sweater. And what else do I have there? I got the Lotta sweater, my Asbel stuff.
Asbel, yeah.
I'll wear that over pretty much everything. I'll put my furnace, or I do have Under Armour base layers too that I wear. I think they're the 3.0.
Okay.
So I'll wear those, and I read a study a while ago that it's better to wear like your synthetic base layer.
Yep.
And then a wool base layer.
Synthetic against the skin. Then,
yeah.
Yep.
And then go with everything else. So I'll like wear if it's really cold, I'll talk like rifle season that we had this year.
Right.
And I'll throw on the Under Armour, and then I'll throw the furnace stuff on, and then I'll throw on like a hoodie. I think I have the Origin hoodie.
Oh, yeah, I haven't got that yet.
Light.
Those look really nice.
It is a very nice hoodie. I got a 2X, which it hangs on me.
Yeah. It's nice
swimming in it.
Yeah. Your pants, are they camo?
Yes.
Are they?
Yeah, I have a pair of Under Armour. It's their synthetic wool stuff. It's a little bit older, and I've had them for a long time.
Back when Under Armour was cool and made hunting stuff.
Yeah, but they're in that Ridge Reaper forest.
My favorite.
Yeah. So I do wear those in the late season. I just recently picked up a pair of Columbia wool.
Oh, really?
Pants.
Like old school ones, or do they still make? Yeah.
Yeah, they're the old school ones.
That's awesome.
So they're really heavy though. I'm not sure. It's got to be real cold for me to wear those ones. But I think they're going to be a nice pant. I tried them on. They fit really nice, and they're a little bulky, but we'll see how it goes. The Under Armour ones, I like them because they're not real thick, but they keep you warm.
Are they the Ridge Reaper line of clothing too? Because they made the Ridge Reaper.
I don't think so.
And jacket and stuff.
I forget what their actually like the wools, their wool, synthetic wool or whatever they called it.
I don't remember what it was either.
Yeah, they were sort of expensive even back then. But I've had them forever, and there isn't a hole in them. And I've worn them so much. I wear them in late season,
they make
muzzle
good
loader,
stuff.
and I walk. I don't know how many miles when we're doing drives and stuff like that, and they held up all these years doing that, and I have no complaints about them whatsoever, except for they're a little big on me now.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I have a couple pairs of camo pants, but pretty much I wear solid color, either
that's about
green
what I
or
wear.
Brown. I try to stick with. My Obsidian are gray. But yeah, I don't feel like I've had any more deer pick me out in solid colors.
No, me
than
either.
I have in camo.
And the same goes with like scent control stuff. Like ever since I started wearing the wool, about the only thing I'll do is I wash my wool stuff in. It's a powder that you get on. I think it's like I forget what it is. But it's specifically for wool.
Yeah.
So I hand wash it and it's unscented. But you don't gotta worry about most things with wool because it doesn't hold bacteria.
Right.
It doesn't grow in there, so you never stink.
When we were in Idaho elk hunting, I wore that wick hoodie every single day, and I forget what day it was. I'm like, I should wash this thing. Starting to get a little bit of a smell to it. I washed it hand washed it in this basin tub. Oh my god,
it's about black.
Yeah,
the water
and the water black. That holds the stink of wool. The water.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, I was glad I washed it.
That's I went like 2 seasons without washing my stuff, and I washed it in the bathtub, and the water's like brown. I was like, oh man.
Alex and Kate are gonna love this conversation. I tell Alex, I'm like, I can't wash my wool stuff. That Duckworth hoodie I got. I was like, I ain't washing it. She's like, that is disgusting. I'm like,
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't stink.
You
I'll hand wash it every once in a while.
And then you have to hand wash it because
Yeah.
it's definitely not you could machine wash it, and I have,
Yeah.
but you got to be gentle cycle. And
My
then,
First Light stuff I'll throw in the washing machine.
Yeah, just real gentle, cold water. Don't put any heat to it whatsoever.
No.
Then I'll fashion up a clothesline outside because I don't hang my clothes outside normally, so I got to kind of make
This isn't
one.
the 30s. Yeah.
I'm not Amish, so I don't do that. Run it out the bedroom window.
Out to your power pole out front.
Yeah. What used to be the power pole.
Oh, yeah, it's not anymore. Is it? So, yeah, then late season, like, I got one of the Masbull hoodies last year. Love that thing. I also have a Sitka, wish I could remember the name of that jacket. It's a full zip with no hood. And it's not real thick, but it's real heavy. It's got Prima Loft insulation in it.
Oh, yeah.
That son of a gun is warm. The only thing I don't like is it's got like a strip on either side up from the arms down to the bottom that's like stretchy, and you can get a heck of a breeze through that.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's made for. Is
Yeah,
the
and
air.
it's stretching and lets your armpit air out. But man, if it gets windy and it's cold, you feel that. But I love it. I wish I could remember what that's called. And I normally like hoods, but that thing doesn't have a hood, and it's still one of my favorite jackets when it gets real cold.
Sitka makes some good stuff, and then I have a furnace hoodie that I wear. It's basically a quarter zip, got a full front pocket and everything, and I'll wear that every once in a while in like the early season, and that's their one of the few camo pieces that I have.
Yeah.
It's their elevated, which I like it, and no, it's a nice hoodie. You can wear it with the wick underneath it, and it's just like anything else. It keeps you warm.
Yeah,
It's
people like
nice.
to make fun of Sitka, but I like it.
Yeah, they got some
They
nice
make some
stuff.
really. It's expensive, but I love it.
Yeah.
They make some really good stuff, and I think people are just afraid to admit it. It's too cool for them or something.
Too cool for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I mean, you could wear anything in the woods, and look at our guy Jason Samkoviak.
Oh yeah.
He goes to Walmart and buys the Wrangler jeans. They're just brown or tan.
The Columbia Ascend jacket.
Yeah, the Ascend
Yeah,
jacket.
it's soft shell, noisy as ever. He wears it all the time though. One of our good buddies has an Ascend jacket in his closet.
Ryan. He actually does a part of our intro.
Yeah,
He's
Ryan
got an
Marcel.
Ascend.
He loves the Ascend jacket.
Loves it.
Yep. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers our clothing.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about our scent control practices or the lack thereof. Once again. I don't really do much. I do the little scent wafers.
The wafers, yes.
The dirt ones.
So, about the scent control, the deer dander and the VK from Fitzgerald, which we have in store now.
Yeah, it's in here. You can come right down to Snow's and buy that.
That stuff, like they rebuild carburetors. Throw that on and go out and kill a buck.
Oh yeah.
Literally,
Yeah,
I just watched one of their YouTube videos the other day, and they're like, "I just got done building this carburetor."
Smelling like gas. And they just throw that stuff.
That stuff works, man.
Go.
Deer dander and VK.
Oh yeah, the VK was a big hit back in the day, and I'm sure it still works. I'm definitely gonna throw some out this year when we're in Kansas and see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
But yeah, I do the dirt wafers.
Yep.
I'll throw
Fresh Earth,
6 or 10 of those. Yeah, Fresh Earth.
Fresh Earth.
They do have a doe estrus one, but I don't think I want my clothes to smell like that.
Toss that in your bag.
Yeah, those ones I'm pretty sure they're just meant to hang from tree limbs and stuff. So, but
yeah.
No, I got the old school hunter specialty bag. It's double zippered.
Yeah.
Holds the stuff in there, so I'll throw them dirt wafer scents in there, and I just smell like a big dirt ball when I
like
put it
normal.
on. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
I just got this trophy line, the mobile gear tote.
Oh yeah.
And that thing I use it in
Very
turkey
nice.
season. I just put it in the bed of the truck and toss all my crap in there. And it holds so much stuff. It's got that big zipper pocket on the front there. You can put, the smaller, your grunt tube, stuff like that in there. And then, I'm going to use that this year. And pretty much all my hunting clothes are just going to live in there.
Yeah.
That's
that's
what I do for the
I
most
just
part.
keep them in the bag and
I'll hang them out on the back porch for, a couple weeks before season. That's my scent control.
just air them out.
Yeah, that's what we've always done since I was a kid. My dad
Yep.
still does it.
Yeah, I remember my dad always hung his stuff out in the shed.
Yep.
Just it was a little lean-to off the front of the old shed that was there. And There's all just had his hunting clothes in there, and then he'd throw it in one of them hunter specialty bags with the little dirt scent wafers in
Yep.
there. But I've tried everything throughout the years. I wouldn't say everything, but a lot of stuff. I had the ozonics that you hang up in the tree with you.
I've pretty much done everything but the ozonics.
Yeah, and I even have the ozonic like gear tote.
Yeah.
I got it for Kate. Got it for me for. Oh gosh, I think Christmas or my birthday one year, but I'd throw my stuff in there, and it does work. I had a pair of socks that had a pretty good funk to them, and I threw them in there for a 30-minute cycle or whatever, and I took them out and couldn't smell the funk anymore.
Really?
But
I've heard that that's really hard on elastic.
it is.
So if you
That
leave,
is 100% proven by me.
really,
Yes.
you've had that. Oh, you've been
Yep.
the victim
I've
of that.
been a victim. I had a set of base layers, and thank goodness they were not an expensive set of base layers. They were like a Field and Stream
Yeah.
base layer, and I would put them in there, and I'd run cycles, and it just seemed they got looser and looser on me, and then one time I took them out there, and they were just, I mean,
Oh, that sucks.
they weren't staying on.
Yeah.
So yes, be careful with your elastic stuff. Don't run them in there for too long if you do use the ozonic stuff.
Back, you just mentioned socks. Back to our clothing. Darn tough.
Darn tough.
I have so many pairs of their socks now.
Yep.
And I actually started to buy. I had one pair before we went to Idaho. My brother Josh wore them. Oh, he swore by them. And he had a pair that he wore. It was like almost the end of the week out in Idaho. And our brother Doug didn't have any because he's like, I'm not spending that much money on a pair of socks.
They are a little pricey.
A little bit pricey. But Josh like, no. He threw one at him. He's like, smell that. And this was all week hunting elk and, well, they were hunting whitetails, but hunting together in Idaho. They don't stink, man.
No, they never get much of a funk to them at all. I mean,
No.
I wear them during a storm or something, and it'll be,
Yeah, like 40 hours straight in
Yeah,
a
40
pair of
hours
boots.
straight. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'll have a slight funk to them
Yeah.
after that, but not too bad at all. I mean, compared to like an Under Armour sock or your traditional cotton blend.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that.
I don't wear
and
cotton socks at all
they're
anymore.
so comfortable. They're cushiony. They're
Yep.
just they're a great sock. There's another one that I started wearing. Kate's grandma gave them to me for Christmas the one year, and then I told her I really liked them. So this past Christmas, she gave me 3 more pair. They're Willow Ace alpaca socks.
I've heard good things about those.
They're
I haven't bought a pair yet.
fantastic.
You like them?
Yes, I got the really tall ones, and they pretty much go up to about your knee.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's too high
they're
for me.
a great sock. Yeah, they do make like a boot cut one
Do they?
too. It's
Yeah.
a little shorter, a little tight on me. I think they're made for people that wear 9, 10 size shoes.
Yeah.
14's a little.
What's wrong with little shoe size?
I didn't say there was anything
All
wrong with
right,
it. You guys
all
are
right.
lucky. You don't have to spend so much money for
See, I'm-
socks and boots.
I'm unlucky on the other end of things. If I go to the boot box, I can't find shoes small enough to fit me. They carry them like in between your size and my size.
Yeah.
You probably can't find.
Well, they'll usually have like 1 or 2 pair of 14s
Yeah.
that would fit. And sometimes I get lucky and a 13 will fit, just
Oh, yeah.
depending on the brand or whatever.
Right.
But for the most part, that is another thing we should. Our gear, our boots that we
Boots,
wear.
okay.
Yes. So,
Go ahead. You go.
okay, so I have Crispies.
Okay.
I got a set of their Thor GTXs, which I use they're like a lighter hiking boot. They're green colored ones. I wear those in early season, and then I wear them a lot in turkey season too. And it's like wearing a tennis shoe that's waterproof, and they're extremely comfortable. And then I have another pair of Crispies. They're the Shields edition ones. So they were a little bit cheaper than like your traditional crispy GTXs because they were made for Shields, but they have 400 grams of thinsulate. So I wear those into the late season with a good pair of socks.
That's the perfect
Can't-
amount of
can't
insulation.
beat 'em.
400 gram.
Yeah,
I don't do any insulated boots because I found out years ago that my feet are just going to be cold no matter what.
Well, I tell you, I got these boot covers off Dustin.
Oh,
had 'em.
yeah.
And they're a little bit of a pain for a guy like me because I don't like packs.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like packs. I just prefer not to use them. So it's a little bit of a pain for me to carry them in there. You know, I'll have them
Yeah.
like dangling off my tree stand or something, and then I hang the stand, and then usually I got to get down on like one knee in the tree stand and reach underneath it to, you know, get them off
Yeah.
there with my bungee strap or whatever I use to hold them on. But there was one day it was snowing and blowing and it was cold, and my feet were cold, and I threw them things on, and it was like, it made such
Night
a
and day.
huge difference.
I had a pair of those for Arctic Zone.
There are Arctic Zone. These ones are like wolf something. I can't exactly remember. I'll have to elaborate on them on a future episode
Yeah.
here. But yeah, they're fantastic. You just slide right over top of your boot. You zip them up, and there's a little drawstring with the button on there.
I'll have to check those
Pull
out
it
for
tight.
sure.
Oh, my feet were. It was like it was 60, 70 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I was comfortable.
For my boots, I like Keens. I got some Keens.
Oh yeah, Keens are good.
For the price,
Is it Pittsburghers?
the Pittsburghers. Those are, again, Marsteller loves the Pittsburghers.
Loves the Pittsburghers.
Those are his favorite boots.
He's also a Morel.
He's a big Merrill.
The slip-on.
Merrell guy. The slip-on.
Merrells.
The Merrill loafers. With his
And they look good too.
FM
They're
radio
very-
headset on the snapper.
The old snapper like Forrest Gump had.
Oh, yeah. He rocks it, man. But I got, I can't remember what Keens I have. They're made in America ones. They're low, not insulated or anything, but their Keen dry waterproofing is actually really impressive.
It's fantastic.
Yep.
It lets the air in. You know, it's cool, and your feet stay dry, and they're very nice. I have one pair of Keens. No, two.
Two?
I got like a tennis shoe type Keen that I wear.
Every dad's got to have a pair of something
Nobody
like
ever
that.
sees them. I just wear them.
Yeah. Right. And then I got last year, 2 years ago, I bought a pair of Mendel climbing boots.
Yeah.
And
I killed my buck last year in my
Did you?
Mendels. Yes.
was that the ones that you stole from the guy on Facebook practically?
No, these were the ones I bought from
Those were the...
Chris at work.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I love them.
Got a screaming deal, $500 pair of boots.
Yep. I did not get the deal on mine. But I like a good stiff, hard out sole
Yes.
boot. And these are they're tall, so you can cinch them up nice and tight. And
Fantastic for saddle platform.
yes.
Because you can put the middle of your foot on the edge of your platform.
Yes, terrific.
And it's like you're not even standing on the edge of it. You
Yep.
know, and they're great.
Then I got a pair of Lathrop and Son boots
Ooh, yeah.
that I actually stole from Dustin. I don't know why he gave me such a good deal. Maybe he likes me.
He might.
But
It doesn't
he
seem like it, but
Basically
maybe.
gave me. He almost paid me to take those things. But they're the short. I can't remember what model they are, but they're the short Lathrop and Son, and I need to get some of the insoles made for them that Lathrop and Son sells. But those are super comfortable. They're not waterproof anymore, and I mean they're older, so it's not at the fault of the boot or Lathrop and Son or
Right.
anything. But
They just got a few years behind
Yeah.
and they lost it.
yeah, it's when you buy a used pair of boots, that's what's going to happen. I
Yep.
think Dustin might owe me some money for that, but he didn't advertise that the waterproofing didn't work.
We'll discuss that with
Well,
him.
all right. Yeah, when he's on here, we'll talk about that. But so yeah, I'm a big footwear guy because my feet hurt a lot. So I'm not afraid to spend money on boots because
Yeah.
if my feet are comfortable, I'm comfortable.
Exactly. As soon as my feet get cold, I'm pretty
Yeah.
much, the rest of me is gonna get cold at some point. I'll be up there shivering.
Yep.
Especially if I see a deer.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I'm one of those guys that gets extremely worked up. And
The adrenaline and you get freezing afterwards?
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Big time.
Yeah, you just sit there, you're just shaking uncontrollably, and you're freezing cold, and it's like, I don't know what happens exactly that makes you cold. You'd think you'd warm up when you get excited, but
Yeah,
no, I
no.
freeze.
Get that rush of adrenaline and then it comes out of you.
It
and
like
you're like,
wears
oh,
off,
Yeah.
and now you're cold.
So yeah, that's our clothing and footwear. What broadhead are you going to be running this year?
I've tried several broadheads over the years, and I've seen, and Dustin and his brother, and Derek and Kyle Pratt, the guys that go out to Kansas, they're always trying. All of us basically we dip into a little bit of different broadheads.
Rhea fell asleep.
She's
you can
she's
see her on the
passed
YouTube.
out. She's doing the head bob. ear twitch.
Oh God.
So, so I went down the old rabbit hole of the heavy arrows one year, and
Yeah.
I used the old single bevel broadheads and stuff like that.
Two blade single bevel.
Yeah, and the bow I was shooting a V3X at the time, and that was just one bow that didn't agree with me. Nothing. It's a Matthews. It's a great.
Yeah,
bow.
I've talked to a couple people that they had tuning issues with that.
Yeah, I just couldn't get it to
And
shoot just great for me. You know, and it just happens. I guess the grip's not right or whatever.
A couple of the guys, it was the arrow. My cousin could not get his.
I wouldn't be surprised if.
Yeah, my cousin could not get his to tune. Switched from the Pierce Platinum to the FMJs, bullet hole. It was
That's
just
crazy.
It just didn't agree with
Just
same
didn't like
spine,
it.
everything, you know. But
Yeah, I was having a tough time that year with my bow and arrows that I was shooting. I was going down the heavy arrow thing, and so I was shooting a real heavy arrow, but the single bevel, and they did good work. You know, they're a good broadhead. I think if you got that guaranteed cut,
yeah,
which is nice, and it's always going to work. You know, if you got a good sharp, solid blade broadhead on there, it's going to work.
Yep.
I've used Rages for years. I used their first when they came out, the 3-blade deal. Yep. I've killed deer with those. I went to the 2-blade. I started getting those, and they've always done good for me. I haven't really had any issues with the Rages, anything like that. I've seen what the Mega Meats. Those are a good broadhead.
People love them broadheads.
Yeah, Dustin's brother Kyle, he used them the one year, and I mean that thing punches a hole right through a buck.
Yeah.
I saw it firsthand. Dustin was using those Severs, the new Severs.
Yeah.
Great broadhead. They're very similar to a Rage, but they lock open.
Yeah.
Great broadhead. It did its job. Dustin really likes them. He bought like 30 of them.
Nice.
Pratt used the Bomar, the new Bomar, the Beast broadhead last year. Really put a hurting on a buck. That thing sprayed blood.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
If anybody's looking for those, I can get them in here. I can get the Beast heads. Yep. And we got the Mega Meats.
Yep, they're hanging right there on the wall. I was looking at them the other day.
Yeah, we can pretty much get anything you want. The Oz Cut, I believe. I'm going to try to get some of those.
Yeah, I haven't used those. They seem like a really good broadhead.
Yeah.
Anything really now is, I think you're going to have good luck with them. I like the Rages. They're pretty forgiving if you happen to make a bad shot,
Yeah.
With the, your solid blade broadheads, they're usually a smaller cut, inch and a quarter, and then you got your like extra wides that are 1.5 inches, but with a Rage, you got 2 inches of cut. And I mean, if you hit a little far back, it really does damage. It kind of makes up for your, bad shot if it happens, which it does, anything hunting wise. You can make bad shots with rifles,
Yeah.
Like,
I can't speak a whole lot on broadheads because I've spoken in the past about my rough 6 archery seasons.
Yeah.
The last deer I killed with the bow, I was using Whack-'em broadheads, the 4-blade Whack-'ems. They did awesome. He was quartering away pretty hard, and I shot and it went in front and above the back right leg and came out through his left front shoulder. Fully, like at one point I held the arrow up. It was completely in the deer. That was with my Matthews Triax.
Awesome.
Yep. And Easton Axis 5mm match grade is what I was using.
Those are like
The Axis?
bulletproof arrows,
Axis and FMJ, you can't beat them.
Yeah, they're just.
Nope.
I've used Axis for years now. I remember when I was younger, I was getting cheaper stuff like the Beeman Black and Tans.
The Black and Tan.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those I bought from Rich back in the old shop, man.
Yeah, they were so cheap, and like the only difference was they were like grayish white or brown colored, and like,
they were just like blemishes from the factory. They just painted
and
them.
they shot good, and they were super cheap. I don't know how many of them things I bought, like you said.
Yeah. But, yeah, the Whack-'em, I really like those heads, but the arrow holds it together. Mm-hmm. So you got to like hold them together and then spin the arrow onto it, and then that's what holds the blades and everything. And And before that, I'd always been, like you said, Rage. I used Rage from the year they came out. My whole family went through Rages.
Mm-hmm.
And, all right, Randy, just chill out, bud. Come on.
He just wants to
Come
sit
on.
on your lap.
He gets jealous. Yeah, I know Rhea's up
At least
here.
he's got that convenient little
He
handle.
does have the convenient little handle here. So I started with the two blade Rage because they had the 2 1/4 the first year, whatever, the huge cut.
Huge cut.
I shot a doe, and she didn't go very far, but she didn't bleed. And I just didn't like the one slice. So I switched to the 3 blade. Never had a single issue with them. I just switched because I was tired of, you're holding your bow, you got some twigs around you, and you move, you turn to look at a deer or something, and it pops a blade open. So I got sick of that.
Back then, they had those rings, the O-rings.
Yeah.
And if you pop a blade open, you're going to break the O-ring.
And then you gotta
most of the
fight,
time.
argue with it to
put
get
a new one on.
Yep. So I just got tired of that. So I switched to the Whack'ems, and then the last few years I've been switching back and forth. I did the kudu point because I went to traditional, so I was doing the cut on contact solid.
Yeah, that's the best.
I killed
pretty much the only way to go with traditional.
For sure. I killed a woodchuck down in Geneva Swamp the one day with the kudu point. That's about all I've killed with my stick bow.
Oh, hey, that's impressive.
Yeah,
Woodchuck's not a big target.
And it was like 25 yards further than I'd shoot at a deer, but I was like, it's a woodchuck. I'm just gonna try it.
Yeah,
and I was in a saddle
at that point,
and I freaking smoked it, man. I didn't even think I killed it the first shot, so I put 2 more arrows in it because it just like crouched down like this, and I'm like, oh man, I missed it. So I put 2 more arrows in it, and I was gonna do an all day sit, and I got bored, so I climbed down, went over, and I'd hit it the first shot, and I just like sliced the top of its neck open. So I
put him right down.
Yeah, I hit him 3 times,
quick.
but I was pretty proud of that. But then last year, I actually traded you my day 6 broadheads.
Yes.
And you bought me the RMS Gear cutthroats.
Those are
3
nice
blade
broadheads.
125 grain. I love those heads.
I used the 150 grain head with my Bushman, and I used the 100. I think the day 6 ended up being like 145 or something like that.
Yeah. But I like a 3 blade that you can just sharpen on a flat stone.
Yes.
It's super handy.
Yep. It's convenient. You just rub it on there a few times, and you're good to go.
Yeah, so
you don't got to get the fixture thing out.
And then if you've seen those Tooth of the Arrow broadheads, they have 2 different angles of sharp.
Yeah, that's kind of complicated.
Yeah, big time.
I believe Dustin's brother was using those.
Really?
I think it was like 2 years ago. And once again, I mean, he did the job. And, he killed deer with them. He seemed to like them.
Sorry to get a hit of my mountain ops there. But yeah, so broadheads, again, I can't speak too highly on it because I haven't killed much in the last half a decade. But
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I like the new Rages. The
no collar.
Yeah, the no collars.
Yep.
They're super awesome. I love the fact that if a blade pops open, I can just reach over and go kick, click.
Yeah.
And back to normal.
Now that I'm going to be taking this Lift X into woods this fall, I don't know what I'm going to use for a broadhead.
Yeah,
I'm really angling back towards the Rage.
That's what I got a local archery shop up north of us recently closed down. They had big sales on stuff. Everything was like 55% off.
Yeah.
I went up there and I got a pack of Rage tripe and titaniums.
Oh yeah.
I really like to use. They're pretty heavy duty. I got those for 55% off.
That's awesome.
I couldn't pass it up.
No.
I'm like, so that's what I'm gonna be using this year is just throwing some of those on there. But I've used those in the past couple years, and I've had a couple not so great shots that happens, but the
Still got the deer though.
Yeah, and it's all because of the Rage. I mean, the one, it was my Kansas buck last year. I hit him, and he was quartered away. I put it on his last rib. You try to get the direction and the angle to come out the other shoulder, but I must have pulled it. I was excited. He was a big buck, So I got a little excited up there, and I must have pulled it, and it's 100% my fault. But I hit him basically right in front of his back leg. I even got a little bit of his leg meat in there.
Yeah.
But the arrow went all the way up all the way through him up into his chest cavity.
Yeah.
and it destroyed everything in there. He went a couple 100 yards, but he bled the entire time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And we found him the next morning. I knew it wasn't a great shot, but I went down there and there was just blood everywhere. So we did give it a look after about 6 hours. We went and looked for him, and I ended up jumping him, which in a strange piece of woods that you've never been in before in the dark, and you got a 300-pound buck that jumps up 4 feet away from you. It scared me.
Yeah. Do you have to go wash your wool pants after that?
Just about, yeah. He jumped up right in front of me, and I might have screamed. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he took off. So we backed out. Went in. I went and sat with Dustin the next morning, and then Dustin's brother and Derek went out. They actually found him, but didn't tell me. So then we went over there after Dustin's hunt, and I was standing there, and we went to where our last blood was. Well, they were nowhere in sight, and I'm like, okay. So I started following the blood a little bit, and then I look over, and they're like walking down from the field. I'm like, what's going on here? Well, they come walking up, and they had this look on their faces, like a weird look, and I'm like, I see Derek's got this little grin on his face. So I started looking up through the woods. I see one of his antlers sticking
That's
up.
awesome.
I'm like, yeah! I took off running.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But, yeah, I mean, the rage cleaned him right out and
Mm-hmm.
did its job. And thank goodness, or else I probably wouldn't have found that deer, you know?
Mm-hmm. A good broadhead does make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Well, I'm not sure how long we've been going, but I got to go pick my son up from travel ball practice.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah, you're getting close here.
Yeah,
We
so
got
I'm gonna run
we got
over
about
there and
5
do that.
minutes to spare.
Yeah, it's okay. He's just right across the creek.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
not too far.
He'll
then.
be fine. Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Well, there's this week's
Episode 6.
Yeah,
in the
episode
books.
6 is done. Thank you guys for listening, and we appreciate the our second email. If anybody else wants to email or anything, and you want us to discuss something, or have any questions for us, just email us there.
Yep.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.